This episode of Casual Friday is brought to you by Lumosity. This is not a trusting zone, there, until I put on a dress. And then I can get anyone.
Oh, it's over. It is over. It is over. Thanks for sending me out into the cold.
Oh, good.
2 weeks in a row.
Thank God
you did that.
You're more a man of the people than Tara and I.
It's true.
Yeah.
I frighten others.
Yeah.
So.
I'm frightened by others.
I love talking to the first man in line for PlayStation. He was a fun treat.
That guy, I'm sure he's a lovely person.
He is a lovely person.
Well, you know what? The fact that he waited for 2 days, I believed him.
Yeah. Well, the best part was watching him ride his bike away and trying to figure out how to
balance it.
Trying to get on the bike. We were across the street. It was Andy and I. We were across the street, and he's like trying to get on his bike. He's like, "Okay, I got it. I'm gonna go." And then he just kind of falls and tilts over about 2 feet in. And he's like, "Okay, hold on, let me do it again." And then he gets on it again. And then he keeps on doing this thing down Market Street where he'll ride his bike 2 feet, flop over, ride it again 2 feet.
That's so sad.
I just wanted to follow that.
He probably broke in the case.
Yeah. So good job, whatever your name was.
Tragic.
Yeah.
Oh, he was amazing.
What were the other people like?
The other people in line?
Mm-hmm.
Normal.
Yeah.
They were just, the people at Best Buy were always sad because
they're at Best Buy.
Because they're at Best Buy
Yeah.
and they don't realize that.
God, remember when that was the retailer du
That
jour?
oh my
for
God.
consoles?
You would just wait in line for days and it would be a party. And now it's just the people who don't know that the internet exists who are out there.
Well, the same could be said for GameStop as
That's
well.
true too.
Were people there for the party or were they really there for the console?
The ones at Best Buy were definitely there for
The
the console.
yeah.
They were the ones who did not pre-order. They even had a pre-order line set up at Best Buy with 5 people in it. And I went up to them and I was like, "Why are you guys here? You pre-ordered the system. You can just show up whenever." And they're like, "Well, they said that if we didn't get here in time, they would give it away to people in line." I was like, "That's not how
terrible.
It's not how a pre-order works. You've already paid for the console." And they're like, "I guess you're right." And then 10 minutes later, Best Buy employees came out and said, "Oh yeah, you guys can come back whenever you want." So they just went home. It was just me making them stand in line.
Cool.
And that's not like a fun location, that Best Buy.
No.
It's not like Funsville.
No, it's in the middle of nowhere underneath a freeway overpass.
It's kind of where Tech TV used to be. It's just not.
Just a nightmare territory. Yeah. So that was fun. But the GameStop one, the people were cool out there.
Mm-hmm.
They know our stuff. They were happy to see us.
That's
good. Really?
Yeah.
That's good. I've never had that experience.
No, and it was even better because they let us inside the store.
Look at that.
GameStop. It was so warm in there.
Oh, I can imagine.
So warm. I know people are like, "Oh, I was in Michigan and it was 10 degrees outside." Well, that's because you live in Michigan.
We live in California.
Yeah, you expect that.
No one's surprised by the weather in Michigan.
No, we were surprised that it was 54 degrees. Not used to this with my thin winter jacket.
So, in terms of, I remember the 360 launch. I barely remember the PS3 launch.
I remember
the Wii launch. Yes, very, very much.
The PS3 launch was mostly people, at least my experience was, I was in line with a bunch of people to buy the console because that's what you did back then. But I remember about 80% of them were in line to sell it on eBay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that doesn't really exist anymore now. I don't think the resale enough people pre-ordered the console that wanted it.
Well, and there was an expectation there was going to be a high demand. Nintendo, understandably, because the GameCube didn't have the supply chain going as well.
Yeah, I do remember when the Wii came out, and it was around the time of Black Friday, and people were just trampling over each other at Walmart to get one. They were sold out for a while too, I think.
Well, there was this one Target way south on La Brea. It was the secret one where you could get one.
Yeah, I remember. I got my Wii at launch as well, but I remember you could not go into a store for a good 5-6 months.
No, you couldn't.
And find one on
the shelf. I mean more that I've that year compared to this one. This one it was almost kind of like the marathon runner that's kind of blacked out but still manages to cross the finish line. I really wasn't certain these things were going to make it until they made it.
Yeah.
And it was this has been just an odd
And
strange
a
process.
couple of them still crap their pants as they got across
Yeah.
the finish line. I mean, that happens.
I mean, I don't know if it's a mixture of tight messaging and, or if it's also just the really strange histrionics from the internet. But you know, this just didn't feel like excitement. This felt like anxiety and terror and sycophancy. It was just really strange.
It just felt like everyone was going, "Why now?" I don't know. I don't know what it was. It didn't feel like a launch.
Yeah, I mean, the messaging around both of the consoles has been so weird. I think people are just like not sure if they should be excited about it or not. Like, I know a lot of people have been tweeting at me that they canceled their pre-orders.
The messaging from both doesn't give that sense that you're supposed to be excited.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're supposed to be obliged.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, I remember, I would call them like launch butterflies. It's like, ooh, the 360, I can't wait. And this was like, all right, yeah, I'll get it, I'll go.
Yeah.
Well, have we hit the point, technologically speaking, where those giant leaps are no longer there anymore?
I mean, I don't even know if it's the quality of the product. Because like no one, I mean, look, we had all of like 24 hours with the PlayStation 4 to kind of give a quick assessment of it. But it was, I don't think it's like anyone, I think some people made assumptions, oh, that's not going to be good and that's not going to be good. I just think it didn't have that build up. That sense of like, hey, we're at the threshold of something really cool and new. And I think in both cases, there was something really cool and new about it. It was strange.
I think maybe we've forgotten some of the excitement also that was like around E3 and stuff. Like that was a pretty exciting time. When they announced the PlayStation 4, that was exciting. And then when they went back and then tried to just shit all over Microsoft and be like, oh wait, look, here you can have my game.
Oh, that was, I mean, I'm supposed to be jaded. And I was sitting there going like, ooh, things got interesting.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, being in there when they announced that was the weirdest moment I've been a part
and
of.
I've always liked Jack Tretton because there's something very affable, avuncular, if you will, and that he kind of knew exactly how to sort of drag it out. Like he did the setup, and you knew like, okay, they're about to take a third punch that we weren't ready for. And he just kind of dragged it out and did the thing with the pocket. It's like, oh my God, they're coming in cheaper. And it was just that moment of like,
exactly.
That's drama. We didn't have to do anything to make that happen.
Maybe the last couple months have made us forget that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to calling my parents and letting them know that I'm not dead.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
I have to do proof of lives for a lot of my family.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, no. This is me with today's paper. You know, the commenters haven't savaged me. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have to do that with my family because they don't care about me.
They're there.
Take a moment to thank our sponsor, Lumosity. Lumosity makes brain training easy and fun using the rules of neuroscience. They can help make any brain better by enhancing memory and attention. You can build custom training programs and get stats and summaries to track your progress and see where you need to improve. Over 40 million users have already experienced Lumosity's brain training. So go, try it for yourself. You can get instant access and help support Casual Friday by signing up at lumosity.com/casual.